I mean, this is probably one of the reasons, or probably, I'm talking like I don't know what I'm thinking, but, well, that's kind of accurate, actually. This is one of the reasons I actually chose to play Half-Life today, because it's more or less muscle memory. So I at least have some attention for the chat, but not enough attention for speaking English, right? I seriously wonder when I'm getting fluent at this language. I'm so impressed with the quality of your English. Thank you, really. But I have a slight problem with speaking, or I mean, I suppose I also have this problem in German, but a little less pronounced. I sometimes need to think really long about the words I want to say. I know what I want to say, but like just right now, but I can't really speak it fluently. I guess it's just practice. I am hearing you. I am bad at it and I was born there. I don't think so. I think your English is quite nice. A good English word is Schadenfreude. Oh, that's true, actually. Schadenfreude is also a word in English. You could do teaching German streams. Well, would you guys be interested in this? I can't imagine something like learning a language to be funny. Especially not if it's something like Japanese, where you have 120 reviews every day. No, not every day. You wait a few hours, and on Wanikani you already have like 200 reviews or something. It's quite exhausting. Would love learning some German. Naja, wenn ihr wollt, dann kann ich euch Deutsch beibringen. You see what I mean? I can't even talk correctly in German, even though it's my native language, mother tongue. I don't know. Satchel charges, thank you. Yeah, I often have the problem of knowing what a word is in German, but having absolutely no clue what it means in English. But at least I'm better in English than I am in Japanese or Esperanto, so... Esperanto. So... Where did... Oh, there. For me, it's the exact way around. Well, I guess it depends on what your okay. That's interesting. Is it a PSP glitch? Huh. I guess it depends what you mainly talk in. I mean, before I began streaming here 4 days ago, I never really talked that much in English. I mostly just read it. I read documentation in English, or read other stuff in English, or just listened to videos that are in English. But recognition is not equal to production. Just because you can listen to something really well and even understand accents and stuff, it doesn't mean you can talk it quite well. And well, I kind of forgot to train my production skills, but well, I guess that's one thing streaming can help me with. I know only 2 left good 0 pay-to-win MMORPG, I mean cheap ones. OSRSS, even if you get membership and spending real money and... Okay, if you're talking about World of Warcraft, I have absolutely no idea. This is crazy, I assume you very regularly spoken... No, I didn't actually. Because... before I began streaming, I still am introverted, but... I never really had a reason to talk in English. Wow, nice shot. I never really had a reason to talk in English because I never really voice chatted with people who talk in English or something, and I only just wrote. Then go! What's up with you? Are you stuck? Yeah, it seems they're stuck. Well, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. No, please, no. No. Okay. I ate that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I need to crouch immediately. Oh wow, oh wow, yeah, your English is really impressive. Thank you really much. But I suppose if you listen real closely, or maybe even just normally, you probably notice I have an Austrian accent, so... I mean, not as bad as other... not as bad as other German-speaking countries. No, what do I want to say? I'm probably better in speaking English than most, no, not most. I don't know how to say this. German-speaking people, or people who are natively German, have a little problem with the thorn sound. They substitute it with S. So for thinking, they say sinking. And that's actually quite funny, since sinking is also a word in English. So you often can hear stuff like, what are you thinking about? Or, yeah. And vowels are also pronounced more... I don't want to say clearly. I think they're more... I don't know. Like, the O in English is actually just O in German, and... If German-speaking people who aren't really that good in speaking English, they often speak the vowels like this, and it sounds quite funny. Yeah, you have a soft, cute accent. Thank you, really. Oh, interesting. I think Japanese have the same with the th and using S sound instead. I wouldn't say it like that. In Japanese, the Japanese have more problems with speaking the L sound or the R sound very clearly. Because in Japanese, there is no L sound, and there isn't really an R sound either. It's more of a flap, like ra, ri, ru, re, ru. Or something like that. I'm not speaking Japanese that well. And because they're not used to rounding their tongue, they can't really speak L that well. So, funnily enough, the stereotype that is actually said for Chinese is more accurate for Japanese people. Yes, that you sure? I'm sure what? If you're talking about that Japanese people have problems with L and R, quite sure. Oh, hello, where are we going? Wow, you're useful for a change.
Okay, I'll wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
No, you're coming with me.
Better chance if we team up.
Yeah, then come along. A bit faster, please. Haha, okay. 1 HP again. You had lived usefulness, I guess. Killed by a head crab. You ever heard of Dragon Ball Z song? Shala e Shala Kushiki. Well, one thing's for sure, and I can really say that with certainty. Japanese doesn't have an L sound, but their R sound is more of a mixture between L and R. Like, I don't know, I can't speak Japanese that well either, I'm still learning. Soka. I should probably refrain from speaking other languages on stream, except of course if, yeah. Am I on the right track? Am I... Oh no, I think I remember this. Nani? Nande? Doshite? Toire wa doko desu ka? Because that's the most important phrase you're gonna need when you're in Japan. Duolingo really drills this sentence into you. It really does. Like this. English was English was easy because of Lithuanian language. I hope I pronounced this right. Have almost same letters as English. I gave up on Russian language at school. I don't want to learn it due to stupid Cyrillic letters. Yes. Well, Russian, as well as many other languages that are written with the Cyrillic alphabet, can actually easily be written in the Latin alphabet. So, but I understand where you're coming from. But there are, for example, a few languages where both scripts, the Cyrillic and the Latin alphabet, are both official. So, I think I'm wrong here. But yeah, I absolutely understand the pain of needing to learn another script. I absolutely do. This is confusing. Where do I need to go? Oh, wait. Ah, I see. I mean, I don't know how interested you guys are in me rambling about languages since it's one of my hobbies, but Esperanto, for example, has a very easy alphabet since it's mostly, well, it's based on the Latin alphabet with a few special characters, and it's pronounced exactly like you write it, and I think that's wonderful. There are a few other languages where that's the case. I think Serbian, but I'm not too sure. I'm interested in languages too, even if I'm very ignorant of them. No, I wouldn't say you're ignorant. It's... Huh? I'm stuck? Okay, no. I wouldn't say you're ignorant. I just think you're not interested enough to actually learn about it, and that's totally fine. It really is. Nobody needs to know everything. A Lithuanian, that sounds interesting, yes? Yeah, it sounds interesting. And, oh wait, I Can you be ignorant of languages when you're using one? Fair point. But I think it is physically impossible for humans to not use a language. Because, if I remember correctly, there was this experiment where... Okay, Yes, I really need to do a just talking stream sometimes because I'm absolutely unable to focus on two things at once. But yeah, I will get to that shortly. Oh, this part. What I wanted to say, a Lithuanian that sounds interesting, yes, and I hope my community can be very multicultural. I think that would be very interesting if we have a few cultural exchanges. Or talking about how cultures are. I think that's very interesting. And can you be ignorant of languages when you're using one? As I've said... Huh?
They said it was hauled from the Challenger Deep, but I'm...
Oh, he's talking about that fish. I think it is physically impossible for humans not to use a language, because there once was this very cruel experiment where children, I think, weren't allowed to talk to another human for a really long time just to check if they develop a natural language or something, and it really didn't end well for them. So I think for a human you have to speak at least one language. My cousin, who learned German instead of English or Russian, can't remember. Well, he must have 2 additional languages. I will continue to read it shortly, sorry. What did just spawn? Let me guess, it's just a head crab that will kill me afterwards. Well, he must have had 2 additional languages to learn in school, and he said German is way harder than yes. German is actually harder than English, but in what way? How can I explain this? For example, in English, words are just words, and they don't have a gender with them. So if it's crate, for example, it's just the crate or a crate, depending on if it's definite or indefinite. And well, in German, there are 3 grammatical genders: feminine, masculine, and neutral. And depending on what gender a word has, the article changes. So it's either das, die, der, or ein, eine, eines. And you can't read. Sometimes it's obvious what gender a word is, but more often than not, you just need to die. But more often than not, you just need to remember it. There's no good rule for it. For example, a chair is masculine for no reason, or a pen holder. I don't know what it's called in English. A Federschachtel. That, for example, is feminine, even though both are just inanimate things. I just remember lots of different tenses and gender. Yes, tenses. German is also quite an agglutinative language, but English is as well. So, I knew I had crab spawn. Grammatical case is also something most people struggle with German, even though English also has them. If I remember correctly... Okay. If I remember correctly, English has the cases of nominative, oblique, and genitive, maybe? I don't know. And German has 4. Nominative, accusative, genitive, and dative, I think. So... That's also something people struggle with. And again, depending on what case a word is, the article changes. And sometimes, in the case of the dative, an E gets added to the word. Like, let me think of an example really quick. But to be honest, adding an E to a word that is in dative is quite an outdated thing. But some words still have it. I can't remember a example right now, but if I... Hello. But if I do, I will tell you. Explode? No, they didn't. I remember I had English to Lithuanian vocabulary. English had not so many words, while Lithuanian had tons. I mean, English is very inaccurate. Sometimes you can understand words from full sentences. I mean, one word can have 10 meanings. Stupid. Well... Let me tell you a thing about Japanese. In Japanese, it always depends on context, or mostly depends on context what a word means. Every kanji has, I think, 2 different categories of reading, the kunyomi and onyomi. And many kanji share the same... Many kanji share the same pronunciation. Like, for example, Sho, which means either small or few. And depending on how it is used, it means something else. But then again, if it is actually used as a vocabulary, with kana added to it, then it uses the kunyumi reading. And sometimes it has multiple readings. It's really fun. Like getting ambushed.